Mikal Bridges joins the New York Knicks. The Knicks receive Mikal Bridges, Keita Bates Diop, 2026 second round pick, and draft rights to Juan Pablo Valnet. I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Nets receive Bojan Bogdanovic. I can't even pronounce this other guy's name. Madiaki. I haven't even pronounced that.
Mm-hmm.
Shake Milton, and then what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah,
7 first round picks. 7 first round picks. I'm gonna be honest, Jay. I think they gave up a little bit much, giving up 7 first round picks. But I also think at the same time, in the same breath, like, two things can be true at the same time. Like you gave up too much, but it's also at the same time kind of still worth it because you added so much depth to this team. I mean, especially on the defensive end. Like we were talking earlier about the 76ers, right? How they have 3 elite wings now. The Knicks have now 4 elite wings: Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Bridges, and Anunoby. Like I just think Mikal like kind of fits this team perfectly as far as like a fit wise. The Knicks won't have to change a thing of what they got going on. Like all they're doing is just adding his talent to what they already had going on. If you want to add him in as a role player and just be catch and shoot, okay, cool. You can do that. He did that when he was on the Suns, and he was, in my opinion, the best role player when he was on the Suns in the entire league. Or if you want to say maybe Jalen Brunson's out, maybe the offense is running dry, Mikal, we need you to take up a little bit ownership of the offense to go get a bucket on your own. He can do that as well. Chemistry is going to be off the charts. I think chemistry really matters. Like Jay, like we both play basketball. We know, like if you're playing with your homie, bro, if you're playing with somebody you're tight with, like off the court, like it just like you want to, help on defense more. You want to, what I'm saying, make sure your homie's good. Like you're gonna pick him up. Like you're just gonna feel better about playing with your friends. And you're bringing in freaking teammates who won a national championship together, who had that lifetime experience together. That's great. I think defense is really where its impact is going to be felt. And then last thing I'll add to that, the Knicks also returned OG Anunoby, 5-year, $210 deal. OG got to the bag, like $42 million a year. Crazy. A bit of overpay, but again, you need to make sure he returns because he unlocks the Knicks to a different level. So that's what I'm feeling with that.
Yeah. I pretty much I co-sign pretty much everything that you said. This is not a path I would have chosen. However, this almost in the same mold of what Boston just did. Like they are well-rounded. And this, Mikal Bridges is the body that gets to play 40 minutes and then ease up the option, the burden. The Josh Hart's 40 like full games that dude was playing, DiVincenzo, like they were all playing too many minutes. And when you add Bridges into this, it like relieves all the pressure. So now everybody else is going to be optimal, right? And I think that they're still going to be a little short on shot creation behind Jalen Brunson, and I think they're going to miss Isaiah Hartenstein. Now, to me, the next move is to trade Julius Randle and his 20, 29, 30 million that I was talking about earlier, and like I'd trade him for a backup point guard and a backup center, or even somebody to put in front of Mitchell Robinson. Like you do that. Some like I don't know if it's Tyus Jones. I think I'd like somebody who plays a little bit more like Jalen Brunson, like a low budget version of him, because he does a lot, dude.
He does a lot, bro. He does a lot, bro.
He does a lot.
Jay,
and I'd like
to ask you something real quick. It's not crazy to say that Jalen Brunson could have been at least in MVP conversations last year, right?
I agree, but I don't want him. Like I don't want him to be in the MVP conversation. Like I'd rather you save that juice. So like you're hitting turbo when the playoffs start. Like you're gonna get your max extension. That's not the question. I'd ask you, since it's Nova Knicks and we did this trade for you, would you hold it down and take a $5-10 million a year less and just like keep this thing going? But aside from that, they need to they need to be aggressive using Julius Randle to round out the roster. You have your dudes. These Nova Knicks should be able to match up with Boston perfectly. And I like it. Again, to be clear, they spent their entire credit card, and they do have a chance to win the title. I do believe that they could just be last man standing, war of attrition, come out of the East, and like back their way into a championship. I don't think it's likely, and I would have probably chosen a different path. But the Nova Knicks is a thing now, and since you're all the way in, I wouldn't bet. Be in and make it. And Julius Randle's the one. I like Deuce McBride. I like Mitchell Robinson. Like I like what these guys do for them. I just want to hedge my bet. One more guard off the bench to some games he might not even play. I don't even know who that is, but that and replace Hartenstein.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, the thing about Hartenstein leaving, and I think you kind of touched on this, is the fact that like now, like that puts a lot of pressure on Mitch Rob to stay healthy when he struggled with that, like his entire.
And I don't want no
career.
part of that. He's injury prone. I don't even want no part of that. I'd rather just get another $10 million center,
absolutely,
and replace what Isaiah Hartenstein was doing, so you can keep it pushing. Actually, quietly kept, Jericho Sims is a body, dude. Like,
Jericho Sims is so nice. Jericho Sims,
dude, he's an animal.
I won't say he's so nice, but I think for what he can do,
beast.
Pick and roll and just throw it up to him. He reminds me of a young JaVale. He reminds me of a young JaVale.
Yeah. Actually, I'll give you that. And he's like, pound for pound, dude is an animal. He's he's a freak, man. He's a freak. So I don't know. He might be. I don't know if he's got the instincts and the IQ to fit with what Tom Thibodeau. Because if he did, he had already been part of the fixture. But we'll see.
We will see, Jay.